Happy holidays from the Brighton Hot Dog Shop. Coach Gino DeMarco and I. 'Tis the season for those delicious hot dogs, chili and cheese fries, and cheeseburgers and hamburgers, and just about anything your little heart desires. And of course, a number of these locations, including here, they have breakfast. And you know, Coach, for many years, I would stop here and buy my children breakfast, but I would double up on sausage, double up on bacon, and I kind of put it in the fridge. So for the next couple of days, they ate good, they were happy, and we always had a little Brighton hot dog shop with us. Lots of memories of this place growing up, especially with the holidays, right?
Especially the new Brighton one.
I know.
Legendary.
It is legendary. All right, let's begin with the Steelers, if you don't mind, Coach. Just to go over some of these statistics again. By the way, Grace DeMarco shooting this video. Thank you very much. We talked last night to my producer, Michael Carr from KDK, and we're just going to repeat some of these, and I've got some other questions for the coach. But Ben Roethlisberger coming into Sunday's game against Green Bay, 2,597 yards, 16 touchdowns. Le'Veon Bell's got 5 touchdowns and rushing yards at 886. Now, Antonio is coming off of a big game against Tennessee with 3 touchdowns. He's got 1,026 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. Ryan Shazier, 3 interceptions. Cam Hayward, 7 sacks. So here's the question. 3-4 defense. Why does it work for the Steelers?
Ryan Shazier can run faster than most tailbacks. I mean, I think he had 13 tackles last week. And when you look at him, there's a couple similarities between him and I. He has the same kind of thing. He has no hair, eyebrows. He's got that alopecia face. And then we were both football players. That's where the similarities
But is he the future, do you think, of what they're looking for at linebacker, who can rush the quarterback, stop the run, drop back and cover the pass, and he's got blazing speed?
Speed. Linebackers are just so fast. That's what's going on. They're getting bigger guys. You can rush the passer inside. You can always find an edge player. But having those linebackers that can absolutely outrun the tailback. I think about the kid up in Michigan from the Keysport, right? From the Keysport. I think he'll eventually be that kind of hybrid guy like Peppers does for them. And that's what he can do. He can play tailback, he can play linebacker. Speed. I mean, we want to do rather than speed kill.
It works. Now, I want to take a look at the Green Bay Packers. The big problem, Aaron Rodgers has been out, and while he was there and before he got hurt, 1,385 yards, 13 touchdowns. This Brent Huntley's 24 years of age. He is going through some growing pains, and I'm sure aches and pains, the way they have been really just letting the defense get to him. Now, against Baltimore, that 23-0 loss, 239 yards, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Look, I'm not saying one player makes a team, but Aaron Rodgers is pretty close to it, right?
Well, I mean, there's only a few Aaron Rodgers in the NFL. I mean, if the guy he's one of the top 5. And in that offense, what they do, and it's a West Coast variety offense, obviously, it's an offshoot of it. And their organization is so strong. I mean, they got a great head coach, but that offense is so predictive on quarterback play. You know, all those routes, the timing routes, the decisions made at the line of scrimmage, things of that nature. You know, having the guy, like a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who's a complete void in the football team. I mean, just a complete void.
All right, Aaron Jones, 370 yards, 3 touchdowns for the Packers. Devontae Adams, 620 receiving yards, 6 touchdowns. Demarius Randall, 3 interceptions, and Nick Perry has got 7 sacks. So they've got some defensive players. But it's just a shame to see the loss of a quarterback like that and what it can do to your team. And look, you've been through everything in the decade you've been coaching. How do you keep your players focused on moving forward when they know their stud is on the bench for possibly the rest of the season?
Well, we had a couple kids like that this year. We lost our starting tight end and we lost a 6'5" receiver in camp. And I could see I could see that there was some despair. And let's not kid ourselves. I mean, whether you're talking about Division III kids or you're talking about kids in the NFL, I mean, the philosophy is it's the next man up. The thing about the NFL is they can make some moves, find some depth, but you don't replace Aaron Rodgers. I mean, that's a big deal.
All right, Mike Tomlin, this year, where they are, got to be one of the elite, obviously, along with New England in the AFC. Man, how do you keep them just in the game thinking, okay, you may have the playoffs in the bag, but there's still football left to play, and you can't sit your starters, right?
No, there's no mentality with Mike Tomlin about this whole playoffs in the bag. I mean, right now, I can tell you, as a head coach, he's concerned about the fact that the starting tackle isn't there. He's not there for 4 weeks. So you're going to play a center and Hubbard at tackle. He's also concerned about the fact that, one of your corners is out for the year. He has no idea if Mitchell's going to be able to play. I mean, he has no idea as far as the tight end. I mean, they've got some injuries. They're banged up, and the good thing is it's at home. But this whole thing about them blowing out the Packers is just, to me, is nonsense. I mean, they're going to bring it. I mean, especially the fact that their head football coach is a Pittsburgh guy, and a lot of people in that organization from Steeler roots.
All right, listen, Art Rooney II is going to be honored with the rest of the enshrinees, FedEx Great Hall. He'll be there at halftime, so on behalf of all of us who are big fans of my friend and the Rooney family, congratulations to you, sir. Now, I want to get back to why is it that in the NFL that a premier quarterback is such a hot commodity and a tough commodity to find. And congratulations to Tom Donahoe and the Eagles, what they have done with Carson Wentz. And they too have looked spectacular, and there is a very good chance, we're all keeping our fingers crossed, it'd be great for the economy. We'd sell a lot of hot dogs if those two teams are playing the Super Bowl. Why is it so hard to get a good quarterback?
Well, it comes down to this. All right.
Okay.
Mel Blount. Mel Blount changed the NFL. He changed the rules of the NFL because he was such a dominating figure at corner that now the defenses can't even touch the receiver within 5 yards. I mean, whatever the rules are. I mean, the receivers are divas that you can't touch them. And what happens now is the whole blocking scheme's gone from shoulder blocking to hands. So it's a throwing league. It's a quarterback league. If you look at quarterbacks now as opposed to like what Johnny Unitas did, it's staggering to think. I just saw this last night. It's staggering to think that Drew Brees is on a chart right now. He's on a course to throw for 71% completion. And Unitas is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. You look at how many interceptions he threw. The passing game in the NFL, it's a passing league. That's what it is. And it's just because everybody wants to see points. I'm a defensive coach. We run the triple option. We want to hold on to the ball. I could care less if we score 50 points. Because the bottom line is, it's entertainment. That's why quarterbacks are such a premium. And when you lose them, I mean, there's a lot of money invested, in Aaron Rodgers.
All right, listen, when we come back, we're going to head to the back and sit down and talk a little college football and get caught up with what's happening now that the offseason is here for Geneva. So please stay with us. This is Gino DeMarco's show, and we're doing it tonight from the Brighton Hot Dog Shop, Vanport Beaver. Good evening.